Welcome back guys on my YouTube channel. Today I find myself in the awesome, beautiful track of Maggiora. This is an historic track. I only raced here once in 1999 with the 85cc, but today we are here to test the brand new GasGas 2022 models. We have all the models, both motocross and enduro. I will try and test all of them from the 4-stroke to the 2-stroke. I'm curious to see if there has been any update compared to the previous model of the 2021. But now with no further ado, let's get our helmet and start having fun. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this test day where I had the chance to try all the bikes, enduro and motocross. The funny thing I need to tell you is I just realized now that I had my shirt the other way around for the whole test, and no one here told me that I was wearing my shirt wrong. Luckily it's almost the same, but that means I'll need to do at least some other photos for the magazine. This said, so don't comment below telling me that I had my shirt the wrong way around, because I know. This said, let's start from the enduro. In the enduro, I tried the 350 4-stroke, 250 4-stroke, 250 2-stroke and 300 2-stroke. First of all, I felt a big difference in this track between the 350 and the 300 two-stroke. It just feels completely different style of riding. The 350 was a bit harder to turn. The 300 and the 250 two-stroke, they were so easy. Furthermore, I tried the one with the air fork and it's pure love. The bike, the main difference by putting the cone valve and the rear suspension from WP is that the bike feels much more stable, because when you're riding, it's not so much the fact that the first part of the travel feels softer or harder. That almost feels the same, but in general, when I'm in the turn, it just keeps the line. Whereas with the OEM suspensions being too soft, it tends to move. For this reason, definitely, if I were someone to buy a GasGas, I wouldn't invest in exhaust and other parts. First thing I would invest in is in suspensions, because it made a real big difference both on the 2-stroke and on the 3-stroke. I just felt the bike much more reactive and safer, especially here that there was a bit of mud. If I have to compare the 350 to the 250 4-stroke, I'd say that I prefer the 350 because it has that little more power that lets you ride almost always in one gear. I was always riding in 3rd gear. It's just softer. You can ride it more relaxed. The 250, you need to keep the revs more high and, you know, be more focused. Rather on the 350, I could relax a bit more. The weight, you don't really feel the weight difference between the 250 and 350. Actually, I almost felt like the 350 was almost lighter just because I had that much more power at the low end when opening the throttle and very soft acceleration. The bike comes OEM without the switch. It comes without the bash plate. These are accessories you'll need to add. My advice is get the map switch with the traction control, real game changer. Obviously, you'll need a bash plate if you go ride in enduro. Something I really appreciated on all the GasGas models was the seat. I found this seat to be the right compromise between comfort and grip. If we compare them to the KTM or the Husqvarna, they are always, you know, the same family, but I believe this is, of all, the seat cover with which I felt best riding. both in motocross and enduro. Okay, now speaking about the motocross bike, I was curious to try this and a bit scared because I thought, oh, the 450, it's got so much power, you know, nowadays 450cc bikes, but I was amazed because the throttle response was very smooth. I could exit turn and go all the way on the throttle without the bike shoot away from me. This was possible also because I could use always the same gear throughout almost the whole lap. I was always riding in third gear, and even in the tight turns I would just pull slightly the clutch a couple of times and I would exit with no problem. In riding wise, I believe that having one gear more, it made the riding less tiring, thanks also to the suspensions, because the suspensions saved me a couple times. Here in Majora they race the World MXGP Championship, they have raced Motocross of Nations. The jumps are huge. When I arrived here at the track I was like, whoa, I'll never be able to close these jumps. But then I entered and I told myself, okay, second lap I need to try them, if not I won't try them the whole day. I tried them and I landed short. And the moment I landed short, I was like in the air like, oh no, that's gonna be heavy hit. No, thanks to the suspensions that even for someone like a big hot dog like me that I'm 100 kilos with all my gear on, it saved me, never got to the bottom of the travel, meaning that these new motocross bikes have a good setting suspension wise. I like the handlebar position, it's a low bend, but I believe this for my riding style, it made it much more easier to turn comparing it to other bikes that have a more sharp and higher bend. The suspensions you can clearly adjust, but I personally didn't have to adjust anything and I was able to ride with no issues at all. The seat, like for the enduro bike, I found very good comfort and the bike just feels slim. It was fun. If I have to compare it to the 250 four-stroke motocross bike, I believe this is more easy for an amateur rider, because the 250 you have to ride with the revs much higher, and on these big jumps you have to really arrive full throttle on the ramp. With the 450 I would just have to, you know, let it go and be consistent with the gas, and I would close all the jumps and have an amazing time. We've come to the end of this test. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Be sure to subscribe on my Instagram page, on my YouTube and on my Facebook. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm really tempted by the GasGas 450 motocross bike because I had absolutely a blast on this bike. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one. Ciao!
If it was all